Oh no, and you see my lifestyle, I got G's in the double. See many people there outside with.
Alright, welcome back to it. This is tonight on M&ETV. Your boy Jaiga. We're here with RKG. If you're now joining us, RKG was now giving us a history lesson. And let me butt in and say, his song was actually the first time Viking Dingdong ever went on a track.
Yeah, ever went to that track.
Was ever in studio, ever recorded.
Ever.
So that was actually this right here. I'm giving you some information. So those of you who know down and think that you feel well, the outside from a long time was the first, you're wrong.
Yeah.
That was not the first. This was actually the first time Dingdong was ever in the studio. It was with Dara Braxton. I know the story good because that was one of my.
Yeah, that was the bleaching hole.
That was one of my bleaching hole as well. I bleached there for many years. You understand? So you said the radio thing kicked in. You went to 105 to release a song.
Right, I went to 105 to release a song. Right, in releasing the song now, I met Chris Boyce. Came outside. He said, "Come inside." He was polite as he was the PD at the time, the program director, and he played the song. And he was like, "Yeah, this song I'm a nice guy, man." So in conversation now, I asked him. I say, you all taking any announcers on the station, you all hiring anybody, because I just did my broadcasting with IBC. Right? He was like, not really, you know. Yeah, but do a demo and set. Right? I went back home, did my demo, I had my new back 18, that's new back 18 back in those days. You know what I mean? And I went by a guy named Article Songs in La Hocketa. He was the man who used to record Squeezy and all them fellas and do all them mixtape with Joe Grind and all them. Right? So we recorded the demo. In the demo, I packaged it real nice because back then I used to do like ads for Fifth Element. So before I was on radio, I used to do ads for Fifth Element and DJ for all those clubs in the area, right? And so I did the demo, I read a bit of news, did a little script, and I kind of placed the ad like a stop set in the demo and I packaged it nice. And I brought it back for Chris Boyce and he played it. But while playing it in front of me, he had no face expression. So he just played it and he said, alright. He said, well, if there's anything, you know, you go there. But I walk out the building depressed now because I said, no, like this man don't like my demo, boy. I went to depressed, thing. At that time, my phone started giving trouble. But what I did, on my resume, I'd put like 2 numbers, right? One was my Virgin number. And my Virgin, I was in the barber shop about 2 days after. And he came in the barber shop. He said, yo, I get a call from Chris Boyce. He said, you need to check him tomorrow around this time. So I think it is his song. And I think it is the demo.
Right.
So I go on now. The security officer told me, well, he escorted me into the office. At that time, he escorted me in the office with a man named Brandon Carr, which was the manager at the time, the general manager, and Chris Boyce. And when I walk in the office, they played my demo. And I remember his 3 questions they asked me. Brandon was like, what station you from? I said, well, I never worked on radio in my life. He said, nah, man. He said, Chris, you believe that? He said, yeah, the man never worked on radio. He said, you know how to operate the board? I said, yeah. And the 3rd question is, when do you want to start? And brother, that is when my radio career started from then until now.
So your first stint on radio would have been 105.
105, you know. And that was like a Wednesday. We say you start the Friday overnight, right? So Chris was like, yo, come learn the board because every different, you know, the boards at that time. And I remember I worked with a sketch pad, brother, and I draw the board and I draw the functions of the board and write it. And Friday I put that sketch on top of the board and I started working the overnight shift. I remember asking the guy Kubo, who was the announcer before me. I said, let's take calls. Dan, tonight is your first night, want to take calls? I said, yeah, boy. Come back then, you know you're glad, you're excited. Yeah. And I worked there. I worked the graveyard for 2 months. Not like a month. It was a month of work. And then Chris had to go on vacation. Chris was looking drive time. Chris said, I want to meet him with you. He said, I want to work my drive time. I said, boy, Chris, I'm not ready for that. I said, rookie, I know come. He said, nah, I believe in you. Yeah, me to do it. And bro, I went to work that shift for a month. When he came back out, he started taking calls. So the first call, I said, hey, yo, RKG do the man. I said, yeah, he good. Second caller, yo, RKG did. Yeah, but he was real good. The third caller, hey, Chris, I find you can get that chair down. And that is when I get full. After that, I get a call in the office. Brandon can, yeah. Where's normally do? I say, well, I just left my job. I said, work service here as a ramp attendant. He say, well, you want every day. I used to work every day and day after that. Every day from Sunday to Sunday.
Oh, you
12 to
like?
3. Yeah.
12 to 3?
Yeah, 12 to 3. 12 to 3. 12 to 3 was the shift. I get prime time, bro. At that time, all them feds was big. It had licensing, fed back then, it had floor mills, all the sponsored hours. And I worked there for 3 years.
Nice.
3 years I worked there.
So right, so before we wrap up, let's take us now. So for those of you, this is RKG, talk about how we get into the music, how we get on radio. So now we hear how far is the album. If we get talk about the album before we close, let's talk about the album. Album completed?
Alright, look, right now I'm working on different songs on the album. I wanted a different song because I had the Eccentric album I did right before the pandemic, right? And because of the pandemic, everything that's when, you know what I mean? The thing about it now, I trying to do something a little different where fuse the music even more, because within the last year, places like Kenya, Zimbabwe been playing the last album. Right, so I realized I get traction from there. So producers reach out to me now and say, yo, when you do this feature, like I just did a feature with an artist from Kenya called Gingy, right? Some more features coming. So what I realized is a lot of times people would listen to the Afrobeats music and try to mimic the Afrobeat style. That's not what they want. You could sing on the beat, you could sing on the vibe, but you have to do you on it. So I feel that's why they accept it, because based on the conversations I've been having with the producers, it's like, yo, we like your style, you just do you on the beat. I have about 7 songs already on completed.
So you're looking at the completion of somebody looking at?
I'm looking at a 12-track album.
12-track.
A 12-track album. You know.
So you have like a guesstimated time when you think you're rolling out. Will it roll out for 2022? You're looking at early 2023?
I'm looking at early 2023.
Right.
Yeah, looking at early 2023.
And with respect to the art form, are you going to dabble in the art form end of this year?
Yeah! Right. Yeah, I must add it. I mean, I get a nice little vibe with the Iron Baby this year.
Yeah, the Iron Baby was different.
Yeah. I get a vibe with the Iron Baby. Big up to Bill Beats on that. It's definitely gonna soak on the album because, you know, I always say I represent children and Tobago, so I have to do that, you know. And but I still want to fuse the music, so I have those music that can be accepted by a wider audience also. And I think we have the wrong perception to it, because I'll tell you this: the Iron Baby, a guy called me, right, in a club in Africa, played Iron Baby in the club, right? And my sister home and they like, yo, they vibrant it. So it just shows you sometimes we think we need to do this, but maybe the authentic soca could work, you know.
Could always work.
It can work.
So before we close, I'll tell people where they can link you.
Alright, of course, you can link me on the Instagram at RKG The Arteste. That's at RKG letter DEARTISTE. You can go have 2 albums presently. One called Caribbean Born. That's distributed by VPAL, a sub-label to VP. Streaming on all platforms. And the latest album is Eccentric. And we'll have a new album to drop soon.
Right.
Yeah.
So thanks for passing to my brother.
Respect.
As we always say, right here on M&ETV, we bring the people that you know them, it's not you don't know them.
Yes.
But it's just about just putting the puzzles together and figuring out. So we learned some things today from RKG. We're looking forward to the album. When the album launch, we'll bring him back to discuss the album. Don't go nowhere, keep it locked. This is Tonight on M&ETV.
I just want the happiness. If I broke, now my business.